Hey guys, welcome back. So today we have a budget-friendly flight controller from Skystar. This is Skystar F722 DJI. So without wasting any more time, let's jump to the video. Now let's see what we get inside the packaging. We have 4 rubber gummies, our flight controller, 4-in-1 ESC cable, a DJI air unit cable. Now let's talk about the flight controller. At the corner you can see there are 4 LED pads. So in case if you want to run LEDs on your build, you can easily do that. And having the pads at the corner will gonna give you a very clean experience. And also here you can see we have a connector for a DJI air unit. So in case we want to use the DJI air unit, you can use the cable supplied by them to directly connect it to the flight controller, and that's it for your DJI air unit. But in case if you want to use a Vista, you can directly solder the pads over here, and in the front you can see there is a 4-in-1 ESC connector. But in case if you don't trust the connectors or you had a crash and you damaged the connector, you can still use the pads which are given at the front. So let's talk about the design layout of the flight controller. You can see that there is no assembly component near the pad, so this greatly reduces the risk of you damaging the component. And if you're gonna see here, we have ground, 10 volt, 5 volt, and the camera pad. So this is the section where you will be soldering your camera cable. And here we have the section for a VTX. We have battery voltage, 5 volt, ground, and TX6. And this is the TX section, VTX section. And in case we want to use a receiver, you can see we have a receiver section over here. So since it is a F7 flight controller, you can directly solder any receiver in this section. You can solder the S bus, you can solder I bus, you can solder Crossfire, you can use Express LRS, you can use any receiver you want, just directly solder it over here. So let's talk about the cons of this flight controller. The first thing which I would like to point out is that they have not supplied any kind of 10 volt pad for the VTX. So if you need to run 10 volt for your VTX, and in case if your VTX doesn't work on 5 volt, then you have to route the wire over here to get the 10 volt. So that's something which they should be improving. Another thing is that the PCB of this flight controller is slightly thinner than rest of the flight controllers in the market. But we also need to keep this in our mind that this is a budget friendly flight controller and it's a F7 and it costs around $30 to $40. So they must be doing cost cutting at some place. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys like this, and in case this video was helpful for you, please consider subscribing to this channel. It really helps me a lot. Thank you guys.